Hi, everyone. If you're here for the first time, I'm Tom Masseri, sometimes referred to as the grandfather of channeling. I work a little differently than a lot of other channels do. I do not channel aliens or councils or collectives or federations. I channel one source only, and that source is Abram, who was a Mayan shaman in his last incarnation.
Hi, I'm Susanna Masseri, and welcome back to part 2 of Inside the Minds of Animals. I have a ton of questions for Abram, so let's get to it.
Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us again. Hello, Susanna.
Hi, Abram.
So, what do we have, pray tell, today?
We're going to do part 2 of the Inside the Minds of Animals, and I'm going to start out with a question.
And I will most likely start out with an answer.
No. Terrific. I was going to wait to ask this at the end, but I think I'm going to open it up with this one.
Don't say I was going to wait, because as you know, there is no time.
Absolutely. If humanity were judged solely on how we treat animals, what would that reveal about our current level of consciousness, and what would we need to change?
Thank you for that question. Let me begin with this. People mistreat animals. People mistreat people. People do not recognize the importance and or value of animals. People do not recognize or realize the importance or value of human beings also. People are of the mind presently, and they have been for a long time, most probably will be for a while yet, of not taking care of animals and people. This shows that people have a ways to go in their path of evolution or evolvement. Consciousness has always been simply consciousness. People have categorized consciousness in or with levels of consciousness, low consciousness, high consciousness, and people try to raise their level of consciousness. If people would leave the idea of consciousness alone, consciousness would work in the best way for them. And the word best is not a judgment word this time. People need to understand that animals create and bring balance in life. Nature is all about balance. Animals and people are all about balance also. For now, I will leave it at that. Thank you, because there is more to come.
All right, and speaking of the emotional lives of animals, how do animals experience neglect, cruelty, and abandonment emotionally?
Consider yourself in a family situation, and people in your family have been and are and probably will be neglecting you. And this applies for many people out there. How would you feel? You will begin to feel less a part of the family. Animals, the same thing. When people neglect their animals, they begin to feel not a part of the family. Because to an animal, you are their family, their pack. And to you, you should be realizing that your animal, and probably most of you do realize this, your animal is part of your family also. You all create a family together. And from now on, I will refer to your animal or your pet as being either your brother or your sister, to keep it very simple. Thank you.
There are a lot of people out there that truly traumatize and are very cruel to animals.
Yes.
I don't even know what to say about that.
I'll have something to say.
All right, go ahead.
That was a good enough thank you, my friend. Many people do not realize the value of life, which is unfortunate. If they could realize the value of life, then they could also understand that they have a life, and their life is worth a lot. If they could understand that, they would become more gentle with themselves, stop judging themselves, stop judging their life, their family, their job, their automobile, and all the rest. People have a right to live their life the way they see fit. So do animals. They have that right. When people begin to realize that their brother or sister has that right, then people would become a bit more gentle with themselves and with their brother or sister at the same time. People need to understand that once they create a family with a brother or a sister, a pet, as you call it, the individual's consciousness will begin to change. When two people come together to create a partnership, there are two identities coming together. Once they come together and create a partnership, it creates a third identity. The same applies when you adopt a brother or a sister. A new identity is born. You become a part of your brother or sister's consciousness, and he or she becomes a part of your consciousness. Looking at the idea of consciousness, understand one thing. It is nothing more than intelligence. Always has been, always will be intelligence. Begin to open yourself up, open your mind up, and, well, people need to do this. Open their minds, open their hearts to the idea of compassion. Should they begin to understand passion, then people will realize that their life is worth a lot more than they had thought about. They will also understand their brother or sister means a lot more to them than they have thought about. Thank you.
How do animals, especially our pets, process trauma? And when animals, including all animals, are mistreated, how do they heal emotionally? And what will help their healing process since they live in the moment?
They process trauma basically in the same way that human beings do, but for a shorter period of time, shorter amount of time. People tend to hold on to emotions, hold on to trauma, judgment, comparison, and all the rest. Animals do not do that. Brothers and sisters do not do that. They let go of it. They experience it, they let go of it. Then it is over. What could help the brother or sister is for the human being to be, here we go again, more gentle with the brother or sister, with your pet. Being gentle does not mean you let the pet have the run of the house. There has to be some sort of structure. And humans also need some sort of structure. Best thing to do is to understand the mind of your brother or sister. Understand that your brother or sister functions on and with and by instinct. If people would do that, there would be less judgment, less comparison, less warring, less fighting, less confusion, and all the rest. Thank you.
Let's talk about street animals, abandoned and neglected street animals from all over the world, and the trauma that they are in just survival. That trauma is a state of being for them, correct?
Yes, but it does not last that long a time. They experience the trauma of being abandoned or homeless, as you would like to call it, and they let it go. And they use their instinct for survival. It becomes a matter of surviving. At the same time, they are also hoping for and looking for a family to be with, either for the first time or again. People have a brother or sister. They do not want to deal with them anymore, so they put them in the automobile, go for a ride, let them go, let them out, and drive away. The animal experiences the neglect, the trauma of being abandoned, but in a short time, the brother or sister, the animal, the pet, will let go of the trauma and begin functioning again on instinct, survival. Again, hoping for, looking for a family to join and to be with. Animals understand life and death. They understand it, whereas people fight life and death too many times. Understanding life and death allows the animal to be within its own self, within its own consciousness, within its own conscious mind, because Animals have a conscious mind, yes. And animals always know how to take care of themselves. Always. People could learn a lesson from that. Thank you.
How do animals perceive and understand that they are loved and protected?
When you have a pet, your brother or your sister, they do not expect much of you. Just some love, some food every now and then, companionship, and sometimes protection. Sometimes you protect them, but usually your brother or your sister will be the one protecting you. That is their job, to protect you. When they enter your family, you become their pack. They become your pack, your family. It is their job then to protect you, protect your home, your house, and all the rest. Thank you.
Separation anxiety happens within animals and cats and dogs. That's what I'm really going for. Sometimes it may be circumstances within the family. They may be picking up, because they're so closely tied to us emotionally, they may be picking up anxiety from someone else in the family. But are there circumstances when they're just kind of born that way?
Yes. So are people. Some people are born with separation anxiety. They cannot be alone. They feel abandoned. If they were in a relationship and suddenly they are alone, they feel abandoned. Animals, the same thing. The best thing to do is to always assure your brother or sister that they are a part of your family, and it can be no other way. And you are to heal them, protect them, provide for them, and let them know that they do the same for you. There is a mutual understanding between humans and their brothers and or sisters, a mutual understanding of compassion, love, taking care of each other, protecting each other, giving each other ideas as to how to live a more productive, more complete life for both people and brothers and sisters. If you have a dog or a cat, especially a dog, here we go again. Watch your dog. Learn from your dog. Learn a bit more how to trust your instinct. Learn a bit more how to judge less. Learn a bit more about and to have compassion, not only for yourself, for your brother and sister, but for other people as well. Everything begins within you, as it does within your brother and or sister. But when you come together, you have a family unit. I will leave it at that. Thank you.
The next question I have, I would like to begin with a short story of an experience that I had.
All right.
And that'll take us directly into the question I want to ask. I was at the dog park. This was before Jack. I had two other dogs. I was at the dog park. They were off wandering around. We had a large place for the dogs to go swimming. And I was sitting by myself underneath some oak trees. And there was a dog across the pond who was barking at me quite a bit. At first I didn't pay attention. But the dog was barking at me quite a bit. I had a ball cap on. And I walked over to the man and the dog. And the dog was just wading kind of in the water. Not waiting, but wading. And I walked over, and the dog began to communicate with me and tell me that he was so happy to be with his pet parent. And I was talking to the gentleman, and I said, I'm sure your dog is really happy that you adopted him, because he told me he had gotten him from a shelter. And he went on to tell me different things about his situation. He said, the dog said that in the adoption center or shelter, he was really in a shelter, and he knew someone was coming for him. And so he wasn't upset about being in the shelter. And the gentleman told me, I'm wondering if I should go back and get him a companion. And the dog told me, he said, yes, but make sure it's a female, because he was a male dog. So a lot of things happened after that experience. But my question is, when a dog is in a shelter, let's say the Humane Society or some other kind of shelter, do they know if they're going to be euthanized, whether someone is coming for them, or whether they're going to be there a long time?
Yes.
So they're aware of all of that. They're totally aware of their situation and what's going to be happening to them.
Yes. People do not go looking for a pet, a dog. You do not choose your dog. And this applies for cats also. Your dog will choose you. Your dog has the unique ability to extend its consciousness throughout time and space, connecting its consciousness with your consciousness or people's consciousness. And they choose their new brother or sister human being. And they know that that person is coming to adopt him or her. They know it. They also know when their life has come to an end. Can be about anything. Illness, old age, can be about anything. And they know and understand they are going to be euthanized. They understand this. Understand one thing. Dogs do not have any judgment placed on life and death. They are both the same to a dog. The dog understands death is a part of life. Life is a part of death. 99 times out of 100 times, when being euthanized, a dog will have no fear. Should the dog have fear, it will be because of people around the dog. People are not familiar to the dog. The dog becomes afraid of people. So it seems that the dog is afraid of being euthanized, but no. Usually, the dog will welcome it, knowing that it will just continue, just like people do. When you die, you will just continue. Dogs understand this. People fight that because people do not know what they are going to experience in death. Dogs do know that. Being in a shelter is only a place for the time being for a dog, whether it be adopted or euthanized. Either way, the dog understands what is going on. And again, the dog will choose their human and simply wait for their human to come along. And when the human comes along, the dog will know him or her and be very, very happy, wagging its tail, jumping up and down, and saying, "Hey, here I am. I chose you. Come and get me. Take me home. I am with you. I am a part of you." It is unfortunate that human beings do not have that type of understanding. But maybe as time goes on and people evolve more, they will adopt that type of understanding a bit more. Might be a good thing. Thank you.
When people go to a shelter to adopt a dog, and there are many dogs in there that are living in fear, have been deeply traumatized, one of the telltale signs of a dog that is so withdrawn is that they won't respond to a human, or they will sit with their backs to the humans.
Yes.
What advice can you give to people, not just to pass those dogs by? What can people do? And it's a long process sometimes, where you just need to sit and let the dog come to you, but that takes time, and a lot of people don't want to spend that kind of time. What advice can you give to people who are out to look for a dog, where there may be a really good dog within that dog that is extremely fearful and shaking and in the corner or having their backs turned toward people? What can we do for those animals to bring them out of that?
If you cannot sit quietly with the dog, talk to the dog in a very gentle, loving voice, and reassure the dog that you would really love to take him or her home, have him or her become a part of your family, and you would really love to love that dog, provide for that dog, protect the dog. And if you think you do not have the time to do that, make the time. Make the time. Because really, when you think about it, you have more time than you think you do. Too many times people are just in a hurry to go nowhere, in a hurry to do something. But what are they doing? Nothing. Wasting time. Take the time to be with that dog. Speak in a gentle, loving voice. Reassure the dog that you are there for that dog. You would love to take that dog home, have it be a part of your family, and you be a part of its pack. This does take time, but it works. The dog will begin to lose its fear, hearing the energy, feeling the energy, experiencing the energy in your voice. This is how they hear you. They experience the energy in your voice. When you look at them, they experience your energy through your eyes and how your body moves or is held rigid. They experience your energy in many ways. Might be a good thing to begin to experience the energy of not only your pet, but should you go to a shelter, experience the energy of that dog that has fear and does not want to be involved with anyone. Because really, the dog is longing to be involved with someone. Might be you. Thank you.
Animals, our pets, have an uncanny ability to forgive, is the only word I can think of right now.
Because let me interrupt you.
Sure.
Because they don't hold on to a grudge like people do. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Yell at your dog. Bad dog, bad dog. Your dog's feelings get hurt. Because, yes, dogs have emotions and they have feelings just like people. But since they do not hold on to emotions or grudges, they forgive you. And they still love you. And they still protect you. So might be a good thing, the next time you get ready to yell at your dog. If you have a dog, take a breath, stop, and realize the value of your dog. Thank you.
Let's move on to big game hunting and trophy hunting. From the animal's perspective, what is the experience of being hunted for sport?
If I were in charge, I would say no more hunting for sport. No more. It goes against, and you can differ with me, and I honor that. It goes against a law of the universe, which is love and take care of. And if you believe in Jesus the Christ, what he said was, love your neighbor, your animal. Feed the hungry, your animal. Heal the sick, your animal. Have compassion for your animal. People. I would abolish big game hunting for sport. Now, on the other hand, if you have no money, no income at all, you are desperate for food, hunting for food is a different thing. Hunting for food only is a different thing, in my opinion. You can differ with me on that also, and I honor that. Animals know that it is their job to provide for you, become food for you. They understand your situation. They understand it. They understand they are part of it. This is different than big game hunting for sport. Thank you.
So animals are very well aware when they design their life to come into this physical reality that they are going to be here for food.
Absolutely.
How does the suffering of animals affect the collective consciousness of all?
Energy is everything. Consciousness is energy, and it is everything at the same time. There is only consciousness. When an animal suffers, human beings suffer because of collective mass consciousness. Everyone, everything exchanges energy through consciousness all of the time. Your animal is always exchanging his or her consciousness with yours all the time. You are doing the same with your pet, with your brother or sister. There's always an exchange of all emotion all the time between animals and people. But since animals do not judge, they get over it, not holding a grudge. If it is a bad emotion that they are experiencing, they will experience it, let it go, and move on. Instinct. They have an uncanny experience, an uncanny talent, uncanny ability to focus in on using their instinct to create their reality. They do not categorize. They do not put labels on things like people do. Thank you.
When people engage in big game hunting and trophy hunting, what does that say about that person who revels in that kind of...
Importance. The individual needs to feel important for some reason. People do things to other people. People hurt other people. People judge other people. People control other people. And those people are lacking within themselves. They're lacking self-esteem, self-importance, self-worth, consciousness, and all the rest. And when they judge, control, and hunt for sport and all the rest, they think it makes them feel good. It might for a time. If people would realize their own self-worth, self-esteem, their own consciousness, their own value, then they would be less inclined to judge, control, hurt, and all the rest. People need to take a long, hard look at themselves. And let me be blunt. Too many people are sleeping. Too many people are confused. Too many people do not know where their life is going, where it is heading, and they really need to look at the idea that they just might have the power to change all of that in their life and in their reality by loving the self a bit more, having more compassion for the self, for other people, and for animals as well. Thank you.
In factory farming, life can be very cruel. What can we do to move away from large corporations and the factory farming and giving animals a better life, even though they know that they're coming in as food? How can we as the society all around the world treat animals better than mass farming like this that we have?
By understanding your own self-worth, by understanding your own self-acceptance, self-allowance, by understanding your own consciousness, by taking yourself out of the idea that you need to control, by bringing in a bit more acceptance and allowance of all ideas. All ideas. All ideas. But as your society is going along in this time, that is going to continue for a while yet. But as people evolve more, there will be less of that, which is a good thing. Thank you.
Right now, everything comes down to money. People just want to make money. These large corporations want to make money.
It always has come down to that. It always will come down to that until people understand their power to change society, to change their own reality. Finish your question. I interrupted you.
Oh, that's fine. What responsibility do consumers have as far as what they buy? Because quite a bit of our decisions are made with what kind of money we have. What responsibility do we have?
Nature provides everything you need to sustain your life. Grow your own food. Grow your own food. You might find that it is actually fun to grow your food. And you might find that it is actually fun to eat the food you grow. And you might find that eating the food you grow means something to you more than going to the grocery store, spending your money, and buying food. Look at the idea of food as being a part of your being. It might be fun to begin growing your own food. Start small and expand as you go along. If you would like to try it out, I guarantee you one thing, and that one thing is you enjoy eating a lot more than simply buying food at the store. Thank you.
That would take a lot of programs, educational programs, for people to learn how to grow their own food.
No, not really, because you have your internet. You can find anything you want at all on your internet. You can find people telling you how to grow food, stories on how to grow food, articles on how to grow food. Thank you.
That's true. That's absolutely true. There are also plenty of companies that sell non-toxic pest control things. So I've just never had any success with growing vegetables. But that takes time and educating yourself and a commitment.
And that is why you have not had success, because you did not give it enough time.
I fed a lot of bugs. So somebody ate.
Everyone has to eat, absolutely. But when you grow your own food, use vinegar on the ground to reduce the infestation of bugs. Very simple. Use vinegar. That will help. Continue, my friend.
Okay. Let's talk about our encroachment on wildlife and how we just keep building and building and building and keep pushing animals.
I think, let me interrupt you. Thank you. I love you. I think that would be a good topic for part 3.
Part 3. Okay.
We have covered a lot today.
We have.
Thank you, Susanna.
Thank you, Abram.
Thank you, my friends. I've enjoyed being with you. Again, this is fun for me. I have had fun with you. Have fun no matter what you do. If it is really hard for you to have fun, pretend you are having fun. We will see you next time. Thank you again, my friends.
Thank you, everyone. It's always a joy. Please hit the like button, share, leave a comment, subscribe. We appreciate you. We love you. And we'll see you next time.